O children of Israel, remember my favor, which I bestowed upon you.
Right, so the children of Israel, Allah, or Angel Jibril told Muhammad that Allah said that, O children of Israel, remember my favor that I bestowed upon you. So Allah's favorite people are the children of Israel. And they need to remember that. Yes.
Beni Israel is the Israelites. But the punishment that they had knocked them off as God's favorites. But also, we like
Where does it say that at?
It's knowledge that we get from the prophet's stories.
Right now, what is this? What are you guys trying to promote?
So the reason I'm asking is because even though you're saying that Allah is the Israelites are no more Allah's favorite, that's not what Muhammad said, right? So Muhammad said for the Israelites to remember that they are the favorite. So the important thing is to understand who these people are. Who are the people that's Allah's favorite people that's walking the earth today? It's not the Arab, because the Arab is Ishmael. So who are the Israelites that are the favorite of Allah that are walking this earth today? These words that Angel Jibril is saying to Muhammad, he's telling them that the Israelites are Allah's favorite and that the Israelites have to keep the covenant. So why would you teach that they're no longer the favorite and that the covenant no longer belongs to them?
Remember the favor I bestowed upon you.
The old children of Israel. So remember or forget.
I bestowed upon you.
So do they have to remember or forget? So the children of Israel to remember. So obviously it's still a favor.
Leviticus 26 and 42. Then I will remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham. Well, I remember.
So there was a covenant made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? So Allah said he was going to remember this. Keep going. Just like how he said to remember in Surah 2 and 40, right? Keep going.
And I will remember the land. The land also shall be left of them, and shall enjoy her Sabbaths, while she lieth desolate without them.
So the land of Israel is not going to have the children of Israel there. Right? Keep going.
And they shall accept of the punishment of their iniquities, because they despise my judgments.
Because they despise the judgments of Allah, the Torah, right? Because they despise the Torah, they was put in the land, they was kicked out of the land. But the Jewish man doesn't keep the Torah, but they're in the land. So obviously they can't be the people. If Allah's word said, because you're disobedient, the land is going to be without you. But the Jewish, they have the biggest gay parade in the land of Tel Aviv. It's a homosexual parade that's against Allah, right? So if they're doing something like that, that's disobeying God, according to the Torah, they would get kicked out of the land, right? But they live there, so they can't be the real Jews. Keep going.
Even because they despise my judgments, and because their souls abhor my statutes. And yet, for all of that, when they be in the land of their enemies.
So they despised the Torah, they didn't keep the laws, they got kicked out of the land.
And yet, for all of that, when they be in the land of their enemies.
So now, because they're not in the land of Israel, they will be in the land of their enemies.
I will not cast them away.
Right, Allah said he will never cast them away, even though they broke the covenant. Allah said that he won't do it. He won't.
Neither will I abhor them to destroy them utterly.
The children of Israel will be destroyed.
And to break my covenant with them.
He said he's not going to break the covenant. But if we're saying that he broke the covenant, then we will be calling Allah a liar. But because if we're saying that he broke the covenant, we would have to say he's a liar. But even the Quran doesn't say that he broke the covenant. He's telling the children of Israel to keep it, even though they were disobedient. Even though this came out years, thousands of years after Moses in Egypt, thousands of years after they disobeyed and they went through the land and were disobedient and went through the many captivities. He's still saying that he won't take the covenant away. And thousands of years after the Torah, the Quran is telling them that they have to keep the covenant. So it's not that it's been taken from them, it's that we have to tell the children of Israel that they have to keep the covenant. But the issue is, there's a people walking this earth today that are the children of Israel, but nobody's teaching them that they're the children of Israel, that they have to keep the covenant. What people is in the land of their enemies because they disobey God? Is the Arabs in the land of their enemies? Or are the Arabs in the land of their enemies? Are in their land. They're not in the land of their enemies. What about the Chinese? They're in the land of China, right? They're not in the land of their enemies. What about the East Indian with the red dot on their head? They're in the land of India, right? They're not in the land of their enemies. What about the black man? They're in the land of their enemies. Isn't America the land of the black man's enemies? Didn't they steal them from the western shores of Africa, rape, rob, murder, and enslave them, hung them on trees, whipped them in the back, sold their children on auction blocks, took their name, took their language, took their natural resources, took everything from them?
Teacher!
Just like Allah said what happened. Allah said that this would happen because of their disobedience. So we're proving with prophecy, history, and archaeology that the black man is the real Jew.
Right.
The Negro that's caught up in Islam, let him know that according to the Quran, he has to follow the Torah. He has to keep the covenant. And if not, he's going to continue to be in the land of his enemies.
Surah 43 and 44. And verily this, the Quran, is indeed a reminder for you, O Muhammad, and your people, Quraysh people.
So your people, Muhammad's people, the Quraysh people,
or your followers.
right? So this Quran was sent down for Muhammad and his followers. Now this, I'm going to show you something else.
Surah 43 and 3. Verily, we have made it a Quran in Arabic that you may be able to understand.
Right, so the Quran was created, sent down to Muhammad in Arabic so that the Arabs can understand. It wasn't for everybody to understand. It was for the Arabs because the Arabs used to be polytheists. They were the pagans. They used to worship 360 gods. Right? On the Kaaba, there was a god, there was idols on top of the Kaaba, and they would shoot arrows at the idol. They would ask a question to the idol, and they would shoot an arrow at it. Whatever direction the arrow fell would be the answer to their question. So Muhammad had this revelation of the one true God. So he went over there and was like, look, y'all can't be worshiping multiple gods. There's only one God. So the Israelites already had the scriptures, had the Torah, the Psalms, the prophets, and the Injil. The Quran was sent down in Arabic so that the Arabs could understand, and that this is that Muhammad confirmed the one true God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Are you saying that like the Jewish are from Israel?
The Jewish people got the land of Israel in 1948 by the British. It was called a Balfour Declaration. The British gave them the land. That's not how prophecy says the children of Israel will come back.
Revelations 2 and 9. I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
So Isa prophesied that there would be a people calling themselves Jews and they're really not Jews, but they would be the synagogue of Satan. So we understand that those Jewish people are not the real Jews. You know, the real Jews were slaves in Egypt, but the white man has to put sunblock on in the beach.
Right.
So how was they building pyramids? Right? You think they was giving them sunblock? No, right? But what people do you know to be in slavery? The colored people.
Deuteronomy 7:6, we the chosen.
We the best, we taking that from Khalid. And Sagari got kicked out when his mom did. Most High ain't dwelling in no masjid. You a rejected covenant with our kids. He said we better than our people in the firmament. When we destroying them, we won't be entertaining them. Highways and byways is what we gathering. The elect come and step in the lion's den. We bold in they face, uncovering they nakedness, exposing they race, shining a light on they wickedness, condemning this place. Lord willing, I be giving them voice in the sky saying, these